in the ring, cage, whatever with. So we have a handful of good guys down here also. I mean, no matter where you go, you're going to find some heavy bodies and you're going to find some good fighters. You just got to look around for them.
All right. Now, Bobby, we do have a caller on hold here. Would you be willing to answer a question for one of our listeners?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So it looks like I don't see the area code as to where they're calling from, but guys, if you have any questions for Bobby, please give us a call, 646-929-2442. We do have a caller on the line right now. Caller, you are on the line with Hit the Ropes Radio.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How you doing? Who are you speaking with?
This is Victor Hardman.
All right, Vic, you're on the line with Hit the Ropes Radio and Bobby Lashley.
Mr. Lashley, I'm here to talk with you. I'm actually going through my computer, so I have a slight delay. Last I saw you, you were appearing TNA. I'm kind of out of WWE and same old, and I'm looking for something different. But my question to you is, how many professional wrestlers do you know or have come in contact with can make it MMA? It's big bodies, such as, lost his name, Batista, Johnson, things like that. How many of those athletes legitimately can make it to the MMA with their background?
Okay, I think the question he asked me is kind of chopping in and out there. I think he's asking me what other professional wrestlers I think would make the transition in MMA. Is that the question?
Right. Yeah, I think that was it, yep.
Okay. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. One person I think has the ability to do it is Shelton Benjamin. I mean, he's an incredible athlete. He's a wrestler, so he has a mixed martial arts background, and he stays in great shape, and he's not against that hard style training. I mean, he went to Minnesota, and they have a great wrestling program. So I think him making a transition wouldn't be too hard. I think that he could possibly do it and be real successful. I think let's see, Mark Henry, world's strongest man.
Really?
Yeah, he's a pretty tough joker, man. I've been around him a couple times when his temper got up a little bit, and I thought he was going to yank somebody's head from their body. So I think Mark Henry would be another person that could possibly jump into the cage and really hurt some super heavyweights. He's super powerful, and he is an athlete also. So I'd say those two. I said this before. And I just think this guy is a tough. He's a smaller guy, but he's extremely tough. Is Jamie Noble?
Wow.
Yeah. I love anybody giving Noble some love. I love it.
I think if they gave Noble an opportunity, if he got into training, I think Jamie Noble could rip some people apart. I don't know if he so much has a strong wrestling background, but he knows his stuff, and he's like one of those really intense guys. So him also. And then let me think. Across the board, I'd love to see Kurt do it if he can. What about
now? What's your feelings on that?
I don't think he needs to. I don't think, he teased it for a while, and I know that he wants to do it. I know he's been training to do it. If he wants to do it, I think because Kurt's a very intense wrestler. I mean, I know Kurt's background, and we talk about it all the time, being an Olympic champion, but I don't think people know the magnitude of an Olympic champion. Beating everybody in the world in your weight class is huge. Just to be able to do it in the United States and place in the United States is a big deal. Kurt beat everybody in the world. So if Kurt can get back to the same philosophy that he had and the training regimen that he had when he was training for the Olympic championship, he'd go out there and kill people. But
he's
40. If he wants to get back there. What's that?
But he's 40 now. I mean, we saw Randy Couture do it for a while, but he came up against a young buck like Brock Lesnar. What if Angle comes up with someone like yourself who's just got that much in the same intensity and you didn't win gold, but you have that wrestling background, so maybe that negates that, and age has got to play a factor. Do you think his time has passed?
Age does play a factor a little bit, but, I still watch Kurt's wrestling matches, and it doesn't seem like he's holding back in his wrestling matches. So apparently the age of 40 is not really hurting him too much. Kurt's an athlete, man. Sometimes when it's in your blood, you can do it. I'm not saying to put, and Kurt wouldn't be a heavyweight. He'd be a 205er. So, and being at 205, I wouldn't say, okay, let's put him against Machida or Rampage or anybody like that. But if he wanted to get in there and fight, he could be competitive right now at probably any division. I'm not saying he could beat the champion or if he would have an opportunity to beat the champion, but I know that he could be competitive in any different avenue or organization.
Since we're on the subject of wrestling and Kurt Angle, I know a lot of people out there wondering your status when it comes to TNA, because we saw you show up at the pay-per-view and you came out, did your whole pointing thing, and people are wondering, like, we haven't seen you since.
Maybe I just wanted to come and point. I didn't say I was fighting anybody. I was just pointing. Maybe I was just saying good show. Maybe I should have just clapped my hands. No, I have had some sit downs with Dixie Carter. I think she's an incredible person, and we had some talks about TNA. We were kind of working something into the angle, seeing if I can be a part of their show. Being a professional wrestler, it's in your blood. I mean, I love professional wrestling still to this day. Even though I'm fighting, I still love professional wrestling. I wish I never left it in the first place, but because of circumstances, I did. And now, I'd love to be able to say that I can come back and do some wrestling stuff because, I still enjoy doing it. And if it's with TNA, then it's with TNA. We're going to find out probably within the next few weeks if we're coming back, and if we're coming back, what show we're going to be on or what we're going to do. But
does that mean that the door is open for you to return to WWE?
I'd rather not talk about that too much. I think more of which, I mean, I've been in talks with TNA. I've been in talks with TNA, so if people are going to see me come back, it's probably going to see me coming back with TNA.
Okay. Did they pull the trigger too fast with you coming back, but yet, your contract's not been solid until after the Bob Sapp fight?
No, I don't think they pulled the trigger at all. I mean, when it goes to something, when you have somebody out there, I think Dixie's smart enough to know, if she wants to bring people in her organization that have some cross market, that have some kind of a fan base, maybe a star potential that she can bring onto the show. And since I've been doing the MMA and it's creating quite a buzz, and I'm actually doing real well with it, I mean, why not bring somebody like me into your organization? So, why waste your time? Why wait until I'm so deep into MMA where I can't do anything else but fight? Why not get it when it's hot? And then what she's wanting to do also, she's wanting to give me an opportunity to continue to fight. So I can't do that. So I'll be able to I'll have best of both worlds. I'll be able to fight and do professional wrestling.
All right, Bobby, we have, I know you're pressed for time. We got one more caller, if you don't mind taking it. Just had a question from you, I think, from our chat room. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right. So, caller here from the 615. You are on with Hit the Ropes Radio and Bobby Lashley.
Yes. Hey, Bobby Lashley. I'm a big fan of yours. I'm a member of the Beatdown. I called earlier. I hope this is not all right if I called again because I'm a huge Bobby Lashley fan. And I wanted just to know, explain to your fans, how was the transition from professional wrestling into MMA, and how would the transition be going back to professional wrestling full-time if you were to do that, or would you do both MMA and professional wrestling?
Wow. Was that one? Okay. You know how hard the transition was going from professional wrestling to MMA? It was pretty much